Class Podcast on Worth Every Penny Entertainment, our YouTube page. This is another special episode. We got one of our musical guests. Actually, we got two of them today. One of them is somebody that appeared on one of our podcasts, and we got him for his own personal episode. I want to introduce QuaHoly, everybody.
Yeah.
That's what's up. And he also brought his DJ, and the guy, that I'm getting to meet, that we're going to also interview and do some questions with, DJ Djjheat. So what's going on, Jay?
What's good, everybody? How y'all doing?
All right, that's what's up. So first and foremost, like always, I'm, very appreciative no matter what we do up here. I want to thank y'all for coming through. I definitely always like to feel the energy of having people from home, from New Jersey, here on the podcast. So I definitely want to say welcome. And Qua, we got you here, and like I said, you brought Jay here, so I definitely want to get into Jay because I'm interested in already how we talk. But we're gonna get into you first. How did you and Jay meet?
We from the same hood, like, you feel me? So it's just like, just walking down the street, you were just a little kid, you want to just go play, you just want to go do stuff. And we had like the same older friends, you feel me? So it was like, he a DJ, he always been into music, and I really wasn't into music in the beginning, but I was into like parties and like party promotion and shit like that. So he would be like the DJ at the party, and I was on the street team, like, you feel me? I would promote the parties and he would DJ, you feel me? And then later on down the line, it was just like, I'll start rapping. So it was like, why not? You feel me? Like, he from the hood, that's bro. We just linked. Like,
So, Jay, let me ask you a question. Do y'all exclusively work together? I mean, not to say that only with y'all, but is it like y'all came up together as far as doing music? Like, have you been his DJ to support him on the production end for the most part?
I've always been his DJ as far as a homie, you feel me? But when he started doing the music and stuff, you feel me? I always told him, you feel me? I got you feel me? So whenever you need me, you feel me? I could be that resource. And
we're big facts.
You feel me? I was there for him, like I said.
Right. Hey, Tip, if you could get behind us, could you hit the heat? Because we good. That's what's up, but because I like us working with each other, especially when it matches. So with you being on that side as a DJ, and I saw one of the things I wanted to get into with you real quick. I saw that you did albums. That was one thing that stood up to me, as I looked into your general bio, which I like it, man. Like, I like this. I like to be hand-in-hand and personal and get to know this relationship and our entity with. I like the way your profile looks, just looking you up. So I see that you did albums, your genre from. And is it really dancing electric, or is it that's just what you titled as? Because Qua rap.
I know.
But he don't do no electronic or no dance.
Yeah.
Or no. Qua do different type of songs, because we're gonna get into the Yo bio. When I read I see that your shit got critiqued on that site as you do like a groovy type of love. You do like basically like an LL twist. They threw in your bio with a little bit of mix of gritty, but with yours, like, do you actually really do those type of things? Dance and electronic?
Right.
So that's on the like mixing tip. But do you produce? Because maybe that's why the question come off a little funny. You produce for Qua, or you really just DJ for him when y'all work together?
Like, son, do everything, like, literally, like, everything.
I don't think I asked the same question.
Nah, look. You asking the right question, you feel me? Like, he definitely do both. Like,
all right, that's what's up. All right, so that shows more to what you do. And like I said, meeting you through Qua, Qua has set a standard with me. I work with Qua. I'll say it over and over again. And for that short stint, I learned, and I had an experience that was good. Watch him after that. I know what type of work ethic he had, and I know how serious he take this, so I know how serious you take this, and we'll get, to know you through this podcast, and as me and you get more acquainted. But Qua, real quick, I want to get to you. Let's go back. We familiarize you with what you do, and what you a little current, we really still working. But let's go back to the beginning. How you started rapping, like, and what I mean is, tell me the beginning.
Man. I mean, in the beginning, like, not for now, I always was kind of like rapping, just like playing with it. Like, I never really took it serious until probably like 2017, 2018. that's probably when I start like investing money into myself and like into the craft and stuff. But like, yeah, man, I always been like kind of like a rapper or like the class clown. Like I always just like the attention that came with it. You feel me? So it's just like it's always been in me. Like I probably remember writing my first rap when I was probably like 10 years old.
That's why I wanted to go with it. Everybody, it goes in steps. It's just like playing ball and stuff. You go from when you do it because you like it, when you trying it. So everybody remember when they write their first rhyme. That's what I wanted to know. So you said 10? And when did it become official? Like it's more than just trying to see if I could create a rhyme.
When does it become official? Probably like I said, probably like 2017, 2018. Like once I start like really like doing like shows, like on some like it's like local shit in the city. You know what I'm saying? And it was like because I remember telling myself like I was gonna take rap serious. I did like some features with my mans, and he was like, "Yo, you hard, like you feel me? You body that man." I was like, "All right, cool." So I'm like, I'm about to start doing rap for real. So I went to the studio. I had booked like a couple hours. I did like 2 songs. So I'm like, all my friends, they rap or they know like, you know what I'm saying? They into shit. Like you feel me? So I'm trying to switch it up. So I'm like, how I do a show. And it just so happens, like the homie, he was a party promoter, like you feel me? So he like, yo, I got a spot open at this show, just come through, you feel me? Drop your little, you know what I'm saying? Do your little thing, and motherfucker, you can perform. So I'm like, alright. I did it, and it was just like, everybody was fucking with it. So I'm like, yeah, this for me, like, you feel me? This for me. But man, I ain't stopped, like, that was how I knew, like,
Yeah, I think, without trying to be too deep about it, the defining moment is when you start to take it serious. And, to get back to you, DJ Djjheat, I was looking at, I see that it's 2 record labels under your bio. Are those like record labels that you were a part of collectively, or were they your record labels, 2 record labels that you created?
One of them is a record label I created. One of them is another record label I'm under out of London.
So you got Nice Slugs and Jersey Label. So I guess Jersey Label you was more hands-on, and Nice Slugs. So are those situations current, and how did they go?
Nice Slugs, I was signed to Nice Slugs since like, now that I think about it, since like 2012. So I've been signed to Nice Slugs almost 10 years.
So you signed, you got a deal, like contracts and paperwork and stuff. Yeah. That's important because even for me, I like to, that's the next step professionally, is to start doing paperwork. So I want to get to that level, and that's a resource, that we can always talk about our camera once we start to make these relationships. That's why I said partners. But I like the fact to know that you took those respectable steps. When we get back into Quah, he took a lot of them, but I'm gonna stay on you, man, because it's an interesting thing, and I like the fact that you're a DJ because that's a universal precision in music. If you go back to the essence of it. So I see albums. They definitely got you responsible for at least 2 albums, Jupiter and Jersey Transit System. So I guess you put an album under each of them. So what's the structure? I mean, is it multiple album deals, or you going by album you renegotiate?
Basically, unlike a lot of other people when you get signed, they are like basically put under a lot of pressure to make certain things. And my label let me do what I want. So it's like, I'm like real creative and they know that. So
Yeah.
they're just waiting for like different projects. They got a ton of demos to work with. So when they start seeing fit of putting them together as an album, yeah, for me they work with that, and I'm doing the same process with my label because basically my label is the sister label now to that label, and there's another label out in LA called Fade to Mom that is the sister label to that label. So it's basically like a triangle. So I'm basically the new CEO of basically the new label in Jersey.
Okay. And so it's a branch off of the other label, sort of a subsidiary. And I know the word, but I don't know how to say it.
No, that's the correct word.
But in any event,
well, not even subsidiary. It's a standalone label, but it's like basically the sister partners. That's what they call it.
So to understand it, it seems like with the deal, it's comfortable to the fact is they do have a game plan. at least to some degree. But they're not pressuring you. Yeah. They're letting the creative process.
It's creative
flow,
control.
Which
That's
is
what it's called.
Right, which is in these days, Qua, and that's like with you. When we talked to you on the last podcast, the couple questions I did get to you, I was getting to you about you're in a position that you done grinded enough with. You basically your own man on a lot of ends. You do your own business. You definitely write on your own, so you check that box. And you just hands on with a lot of your stuff, so you basically prepared to, even if you have to barter some of your control. So, but even with that, are you looking to? I think I asked you that, but I still want to know: are you still looking to do anything like that, contractual, like Jay's doing, like with a label or something, or are you more looking to build your own?
I mean, nah, we had meetings and stuff like that with like certain labels and stuff like with Atlantic and stuff like. We posted that on Instagram and stuff, but it's like we just want the situation to be right. Like with Heat's situation, he has like complete creative control. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when he want to drop, he could drop. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists don't have that. Like, even a lot of mainstream artists don't have that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know, like, this thing's set up in quarters. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? One quarter, the label might feel like this guy could do better because his sound is more convenient with, you know what I'm saying, this quote-unquote moves of this quarter. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so I'm looking for, like, a partnership. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking for a situation similar to that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a partnership, whereas, you know what I'm saying? Right now, we probably don't have the leverage to talk about that, but that's why we building our assets. So, you know what I'm saying? It's going to come. But, like, if a certain situation come where it's just like, like, they got to, like, it's like, you know what? This make a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? This could lead to something else. Then, but, you know what I'm saying? My options open right now. Like, all my options open.
And that's the situation right now. The reason why Jersey label is the thing, like, Jersey label is basically, it started off as just the Jersey club label. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Jersey club music.
Right.
But it started off.
Definitely am.
Yeah, I'm like a pioneer in that, you feel me?
Okay.
So it started off as a Jersey club label in 2017. I really didn't put any projects out on it yet, except for the one project I just showed you.
Okay.
But it started off as that, but I really wanted to branch it out. It's not just a club label, so it's basically just a record label. So, but it just has, you feel me, roots in Jersey club music, you feel me, because it's from New Jersey.
Okay.
So, the type of situations artists like QuaHoly looking for, you feel me, like, that's my main thing. That's the reason why we ain't put out so much yet on my own project, because we getting the steps in order. You feel me? Where the steps are being put in place to make that situation happen for them. I want to just, you feel me, just release an album or release somebody's project. You feel me? With them in the knowing that, you feel me, it's just up in the air and it's just happening. It's not without all the, you feel me, steps that, you feel me, being, you feel me, like transparent with letting them know, like, all right, well, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. These are the reasons why we have to do this for your album in order for it to sit there and work like it, you feel me, it should, So we getting all them steps in order, you feel me, for artists like QuaHoly, you feel me, to feel comfortable and free, you feel me, to have creative control over their stuff, you feel me, because that's how you get an artist to really, you feel me, make the type of stuff that you want, you feel me. You give them a schedule, you feel me, like something around, like, you feel me, a few projects a year, but you also let them, you feel me, like, have that creative control when they feel like it's necessary, you feel me, when they see the situation, and then y'all have that talk, and then y'all sit down, you feel me, and make that, you feel me, date, and when that date come up, you feel me, y'all project will be ready.
So, Qua, Thankful, I think that's the album, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm looking at that we did at least 24,000 streams, right?
Yeah, that was my first project. Like, that was like my first EP, I guess you would call it.
Your first EP. Yeah. Now, first of all, we know you got a catalog, so that's not the first work you did that you officially put out on major platforms, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, I think that was when your work started to manifest, that you hit a new stride, when you was able to show it in the work. Besides, it was the result of the work. Instead of showing that I'm working, this is my product, he put good product out. You don't have to be biased to say that. He has things that hits different levels and stuff like that. Qua's diverse. But to be able to show the numbers, to be able to show you doing the videos, to be able to show yourself on these platforms, I could go on before I hand it to you with, DJs putting you on countdown lists, and you making all type of lists, that just that type of activity gives you a multitude of ways to strike the ultimate goal. So, in saying that, excuse me, I'm just clearing my throat. I want to, and with Thankful, what was different? Because when you talk about creative control, I feel like you've always done your own thing. You've always had the regular creative control. But what was the transition to you making that next level type of moves with your music? You've been doing that, everything, hitting all markets. But what was the difference?
Like that was probably like that was my first like official like EP, you know what I'm saying? So it was like I definitely wanted to come correct, you know what I'm saying? I felt like I wanted a solid beginning, I wanted a solid middle, and I wanted a solid ending, you know what I'm saying? Because like I felt like my singles had garnished so much attention and I wasn't really expecting it. So it was like the people kind of like wanted it, you know what I'm saying? So it was like for all of that, it was like for all the support that y'all gave me, you know what I'm saying? It's like I got something for y'all. So that's why the title in itself was Thankful, you know what I'm saying?
But hold up, Quad. This is what I mean. I want to get to the crust of it because I like to educate others. What was different? You've been reaching out to all the platforms. You've been putting your music on all the platforms. You've been doing and trying to check every box from doing different type of music and all types of things. What was different this time that got it over the hump? You on another level now.
I'm saying it was the effort. I ain't even gonna stunt the effort that I put into it. Like it was just like this time it was more so like and the team around me too. I'm not even gonna stunt. Well, you know firsthand. You feel me? Like behind the scenes, you know what went on behind the scenes, like trying to push the project and like. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my management team. You know what I'm saying? Beginning Production. You feel me? Cause
and
like
get them they big ups,
my guy.
Man.
You feel me? Like he definitely had a plan and he just was like, you know what? Like yo, you got this music. You know what I'm saying? You got all these things. Like you got these. Let me help you. And I'm like, all right, cool. And he was nothing but solid, you feel me? From like the covers to the mixtapes to, yo, I know this guy over here. Let me call him and let me see if I could do this for you. You feel me? Like it was literally nights where I'm like, yo, I don't want to do this. But he calling me like, yo, you got to do this. Like, I need you to do this. Like, I believe in you so much, you feel me? So it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like I said, it was just, it did what it's supposed to do because like, it was true. Like, you know what I'm saying? True to the feelings, true to the meaning. Like, you feel me? Like, everybody around me put in so much effort that I just felt like I gotta repay you. You feel me? So that's what it was. Like when it's real, you feel it. You feel me? So that's, you know what I'm saying? People, they just gravitated towards it.
What song or songs had the biggest success that you know that you highlight to the success of the album or the EP?
Definitely like the title single, Thankful, you know what I'm saying? Because it was more like melodic, but it wasn't too melodic, you know what I'm saying? It still kept it real, you know what I'm saying? It was like, and it was just a real story, like it was real meaning, you feel me? And it like the song, it was more, when I wrote the song, it was kind of meant like an interlude, you know what I'm saying? So it really wasn't that long. And it was like, it left people wanting more. And it showed me that like that sound right there, like, yo, you can make money off that sound because like it's so, and it be like, I ain't know nothing about like publishing and like, you know what I'm saying, your royalties and like internet royalties, like when they spend your music on the internet and stuff like that, you get paid for stuff like that. Like until my manager told me, like, you feel me? Like, know what I'm saying? Once again, like shout out my boy, like shout out Big Italy Productions, you feel me? Like he showed me the way, like he told me, and it was like he told me, and once he told me, I just studied up on it and I read up on it. And it was like, cause he didn't have to do that, you feel me? He could have just like, he could have been collecting that shit, like, you feel me? Like knowing all that. But he was like, nah, this what you do, this how you do it. And then I showed my guys, you feel me?
On your end, first of all, I want to say between your two albums, cause when did you drop the first album?
I dropped the first album, I believe, in 2017.
Okay.
2016, around that time.
2016. So how did it go for you as far as numbers wise and digitally, as far as what you expected?
That track, that it's not even like what happened digitally. It's the culture, you know. Digitally, it had tens of thousands of plays. I mean, a lot of tracks had 50,000, 20,000, 40,000 plays. Some of them had 9,000, some of them had 10,000. You know, but it's the cultural shift that happened. You feel me? When that EP dropped, you know, because it was like a certain like song on that album. You feel me? That a lot of people gravitated towards. It was a remix of a song called Stalker High. I don't know if people play GTA 5, but it's a song on one of the radio stations, and I had remixed it.
Okay.
Basically, I didn't know that the people that made the song was, remember the label I was telling you about?
Yeah.
It was the owner of the label song.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know nothing about this guy, nothing. You feel me? So my label liked it. The label I was signed to liked it. They signed me to that label.
Okay.
You feel me? Based off of that remix, you feel me? And that's how that got started. So basically, when that track dropped, you feel me? Everybody like globally was just like on the wave. You feel me?
They start stealing that sound. That's what he means.
That's but let me tell you things like that. I did look at those as the ups and downs. I don't let those be distractions. I look for the stuff go towards the goal because I wanted to ask both of y'all. I'm gonna stay with you, Jake, before I swing it to Qua. Who do you set as your bar? I'm one of them people, I'm worldly, so I look at the ones that's on that inspire us. So as a DJ, and the type of DJ you are, what's your bar as far as what you look to as other DJs? We ain't talking about copycatting, but it's like my bar is like I want to be on this level and do my own version of that. Who is you looking as DJs too?
Well, like when it comes to like, what do you mean by that?
So I'm gonna say like this, like, do Khaled inspire you to do it on that level to besides the music? Because he does his albums, but he becomes such a businessman. So in his thing, just like an athlete, he become something big outside of what he does. So that's you being big as a DJ, but then being big outside of it, capitalizing all of it while still remaining true to being a DJ. So do you want to do it on that level, or do you want to be a flex where you just make it to the biggest level of DJ and then have all access and have the accolades and stuff to go with it? Everybody wants their level of success. Or do you just want to do what you do, man? Are you comfortable where you at? You don't have a bar like where you look up to somebody.
The bar that I'm looking up to right now is basically like I look up to like when it really comes to it, it's like a multitude of like different people. So it's like the stuff that I'm trying to accomplish is like kind of crazy when people think about it, and it kind of drive me crazy too because it's like a lot. But I know I can do it, so I make sure I stand up for myself and chip off a piece of it every day to move forward to us. But like the people I look towards, I could say like Khaled. You could say Khaled. You feel me? I guess you feel me because that's like the person that you feel me does things that you feel me I would definitely do. That's something I'm doing right now. You feel me? Like making an album with a bunch of different people on it. You feel me?
At least the energy is inspirational,
Yeah,
right?
but like sound wise, it's an artist named Kalela. She's a singer. I fuck with her. You feel me? So like artist wise, I try to swing towards that and a type of I like drill and Jersey club. You feel me? So I try to swing towards that type of sound. I ain't really want to like hold it towards one person. And then like you feel me? Like on a business level, I'm trying to really like just maneuver things like how Jay-Z is doing. But I'm just trying to you feel me? Find my way right now, because it's like is a start with everything. Just trying, you feel me, make sure that I'm solidifying myself as like a proper businessman whenever I'm doing business with somebody, And as far as just like overall, like I want to go out like past like I want to go out like as one of the greats, Like I want this conversation, even this podcast interview, people would be sitting there looking at this shit years from now, be like, yo, he did say that shit. I want to go out as one of the, greatest motherfuckers to ever do this shit.
That's what it's about.
Big fact.
But it starts with y'all seeing y'all greatness. You know what I'm saying, Qua?
Mm-hmm.
With you, I've been looking at what you've been doing lately. I want to get into a little bit of that. I know you got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know you dropped some stuff late last year, but you even been doing video. You did a video recently, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna just put it out there. Listen, I always tell you to invite me to the video shoot. You always invite me, and I never come. I promise you, I'm coming. But
you definitely gotta come to the next one. It's gonna be crazy.
But like we still early in 2021.
Big facts.
February rounding out soon. Where you going with it? Like what you got going on currently? I want to talk about that like right now. Like why we here today really? Like I know it's for a reason, but why we here today? What we got coming up?
I'm saying currently, I'm just creating, man. Like I'm in the process right now. Like I'm just making music. I know I'm gonna drop something before the summer. Like I'm gonna drop an album or like maybe like an EP like in the summer. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe before the summer. I'm gonna drop some singles definitely before then. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have nothing like too ironed out. I know I'm gonna do some videos and stuff, but like I'm working, man. Like that's it. Like the grind don't stop. I'm creating music every day. I'm working on merch. Like I said, my DJ got some shit he about to drop. Like it's like I'm doing so much. Other artists around me got stuff they doing. Like I got my label we going. Like it's stuff going crazy, man. Like it's just a whole lot. I'm about to say I got another single right now. We about to shoot the video too for so it was written with me and 600. Like that done going crazy right now too. So it's just like I got a video we about to drop.
Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff going on, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. But Quad, let me ask you a question. It is ironic you said that. That was about to be my next question. Is you got a lot of stuff where you do by yourself, songs and everything like that, and like whole projects. Are you working with people now, or is that something you want to keep consistent? You want to stay working by yourself?
Nah, look, I'm working with other artists right now because like I got a label and I got like other artists that's like you know what I'm saying, signed to the label. So it's like I'm gonna push them too. But it was like at one point I felt like I only had. Yeah. I'm saying, it's a lot. The weather prohibited, and then it's like we trying to get everybody on the right track.
Nah, for me to find that out on the spot, Quad, that you got artists, because that's let me tell you, just simply that's a big load to take on. Is while you doing your thing, is to try to put energy into somebody else. Because you really do go hard and make sure you get the job done.
Nah, but what you learn is just like, you know what I'm saying? They honestly is just like what they put into it is what they gonna get out of it. So it's like everybody grown, you feel me? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas know where the studio at. Niggas know how to book a session. Niggas know how to call and say like, yo, this the day my session is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody, you know what I'm saying? So it's like niggas know I got shit I'm doing too. So you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing bigger than the other thing, but yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? That's all.
For you as a DJ, it's in the nature of your profession to work with multiple artists, so that's different personalities. So that can't be that can be your motto, but that can't be so simple working with different type of artists. I'm sure different type of work ethics don't match the talent.
I'm saying, man, niggas annoying, niggas crazy, niggas. You feel me? That shit, fucking, that shit crazy at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, you feel me? It's one thing that you feel me keep all y'all together. Y'all got a love for music. So at the end of the day, you throw all that shit out the window.
So I'm sorry to cut you off. At the end of the day, do you have a game plan of how to just go about that part of the job? That's what's up.
I could tell you right now what my game plan is. You feel me? And everybody can follow it too. It's just up to you if you want to do it.
Big facts.
What we gonna do? You feel me? We gonna sit there and take these photos. After we take these photos, we gonna have them all. You feel me? Like I was showing you. We gonna have everything high quality. You feel me? We gonna have high quality videos. You feel me? We gonna have stuff that makes sense. You feel me? Aesthetics. You feel me? We gonna have after all the aesthetics is done, we gonna have music business done right. You feel me? Before we put any of this stuff out, you feel me? We gonna make sure all of our artists know what they're getting from it. You feel me? After that, you feel me? We go sit there and get the producers right. We gonna get the DJs right. We gonna get everybody knowing about this stuff. You feel me? It's free game right here. You feel me? After that, you feel me? What people could do, you feel me, is you get your people, you feel me, finding out, you feel me, like TikTok, motherfuckers, anybody, you feel me, people, you find people that are a signature, you feel me, and you get them to help you promote with this stuff, you feel me, you pay them, you feel me, and you feel me, after a while, you feel me, you find like people like me, like DJs that can help you feel me, get your sound out to different, you feel me, states and people that don't even know about you. So then you find that. It's like always take care of your DJ. You feel me? That's always gonna make sure. That's always gonna make you feel me your stuff go quicker, faster. Because the DJ is you feel me the person that plays everybody's sound. It's essential.
Like imagine right now, like you feel me, if the world was open, you feel me, it'd be like I have a show every weekend, but my DJ have a show 4 days out the week. You understand? Like I'll have a show Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's rolling, I'll have a show probably like Thursday through Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Whereas my DJ, who because he's a DJ, he's needed at multi events. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he always spinning once. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's one song, he always like, yo, let me slip my man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just it's a game. Like you just gotta learn the game. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful how you treat people. You know what I'm saying? Treat everybody with respect. You know what I'm saying? And be diverse.
That's what I want to get to with you. So, yeah, it's a bunch of different ways, and I want to get both of this to y'all. But I had a certain thing with it. I want to go ahead with both of y'all. When we talk about impact, y'all come from different angles, even though y'all do basically the something that coincide. Quite seriously, I look at it as, you know, you a mature young dude, so you in a position with what you putting together, your whole movement to have an impact, and you becoming of age to the youth. You go by QuaHoly, Big Papa Slim, and Quaholy93, and we know the affiliation and the, you know, the rep that come with that, right? How, where are you at as far as gang culture and using your influence and your platform to stray our youth in the right direction?
I'm comfortable with that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like at the end of the day, it come with it, you know what I'm saying? It's like once you given a certain platform and you view a certain way, then you have a certain responsibility, like regardless if you want to run from it or you want to embrace it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like when niggas don't be like, when niggas say like, oh yeah, well that ain't my job, but that ain't, that's a lie. Like they just don't want to embrace it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's probably like too much pressure for them. Like a nigga like me, it's like it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I've been there, I done that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, have I found my role? I mean, yeah, like absolutely, because it's like it's niggas that just like look up to me, you know what I'm saying? And then it's niggas that envy too. So it's like I give them a reason for both, you know what I'm saying? The niggas that look up to me is like I got a son, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? My son, he want to do everything I do, so it's like I'm real mindful of what I do. You feel me? Because it's like it's never a moment where you want to have a situation where you can't explain to your son like why you did that or why you was involved in that situation.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So you gotta stand on certain principles. You know what I'm saying? That's why niggas envy that, because it's like, damn, that nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas don't live like that. You know what I'm saying?
What about you, Jay? I'm not gonna get personal and ask you, do you have any affiliation? But it's a part of the culture. So I'll be more broad with you. Where you at with, you know, with your impact on that part of the culture, the young culture, the gang culture, with our youth?
I know a lot of the young niggas, you feel me? And basically, you feel me, I grew up in, like he said, I grew up in the same hood as him, you feel me? So, motherfuckers know me. But the youth, you feel me, they know, you feel me, like, I'm the dude, you feel me, that be on that positive note, you feel me? So, a lot of them come to me, you feel me, just, you feel me, come to talk, you feel me, chill, you feel me, and I always lead them in the right direction. So, you feel me, I know the situation, you feel me? We all from the same area, you feel me, no matter what part of the town you from, you feel me? So everybody just know the vibes, you feel me, at the end of the day, you feel me, no matter where you from. They just know, you feel me, like it's people that just know what you going through, you feel me, that could reach out to you and you could go talk to them, you feel me, about anything, you feel me, come chill out, you feel me, burn an L, you feel me, something, you feel me, just to get your mind off something, you feel me, there's them people out there. Yeah, listen to some beats, niggas with,
That ain't even what you want. You know about listening to no beats, you know what I'm saying? There's other resources that niggas got that niggas
yeah, basically, but basically, music is one of the things that people know that I do. So they be on some like, you know what? You feel me? Let me tap in with Djjheat. You feel me? See what he talking about. You feel me? So
Yeah. Well, you know, it's the back of the class, so, you know, like I told you, you know, we stay true to the aura of it, so we kick it and everything like that. But I just want to give my spiel towards y'all. Y'all in positions and y'all on platforms and y'all work hard, so y'all platforms are serious. Y'all, it's how serious y'all take it. Y'all got a chance to reach out to the youth in different ways where y'all connected directly to them. So you get to show them the example of just from the beginning, you take it from there. Y'all introduce what y'all learned so far. Y'all ought to be right here. Y'all can show this. Y'all can take this and run with it in the neighborhood. You get who you get, which is you show them how to be a DJ, how to get your own album, how to go different aspects besides just spinning records, what they think is regular. You can entice them from that just by your example and introduce them to that. You can introduce kids to not just making rhymes and making words rhyme and saying slick words, but how to rap. If you have a message, if you have a style, if you want to critique, things of that nature. So that's just a natural aspect that falls within it, and I just want y'all to be mindful, from me to y'all, as a little bit older to y'all, is to be mindful of that aspect. Stay your creative element. Go all stretch. Go to the limit with every way you go with it, up and down with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't never gate that in, but just be mindful of that aspect. That's a duty that we have. That's a duty I'm taking on now. And I want y'all to be better in y'all role on taking on that. So, you know, I just wanted to put that out.
I'm already on that type of shit. I'm already on it, bro. Like, yeah. I'm way ahead of you. You feel me? When it comes to the youth, you feel me? They already know that.
Because it's important. You know, we podcasting. It's about us having fun and us enjoying this entertainment life. But it's a lot in it, you know. When we go through our experiences,
it's
you have
not
learned
even
life
more so-
lessons and everything. I'm sure all of us through our experiences.
Yeah.
Would you
I'm about to
agree?
say, it's not even more so about giving back. It's just about, you know what I'm saying?
just gotta
Having
be
the
there.
information.
You just gotta have the
giving
influence.
the information.
Yeah, you gotta have the influence and the information. You feel me? You can't be out here giving people false information. You
Big
can't be out
facts.
there passing a word that you ain't. You feel me? You can't be sitting there doing a thing that you not. You can't be out here lying to people. You feel me? Like I ain't about to sit here and cap. You feel me? Me and him from the same hood. You feel me? But we both have different. You feel me? Affiliations with the hood. You feel me? So
Word.
it's like at the same time. You feel me? People respect us for what we doing. So it's like at that same time, when we're both affiliations, you feel me? We gotta sit there and spread our knowledge to the youth. You feel me?
Exactly.
At the same, you feel me? On the same type of timing. You feel me? If we not sitting there on the same type of time as me and him, and then we could get that to the kids. You feel me? We go on the same, like on some different stuff. You feel me? One of us could be lying or giving somebody a false narrative. You feel me? So we always make sure everybody that you feel me we deal with on the same type of time, and so you feel me we make sure that we empower the youth. You feel me to do better to the next day. You feel me? Because the youth go get old, and then they go have to sit there and empower the youth one day too. So we don't want this basically the generation to be, you feel me, stagnant. You feel me? We want to make sure everybody, you feel me, moving forward. You feel me? That's all. And we only can do it one by one.
Nah, yeah, big facts.
Y'all from the same hood. Y'all from East Orange, right?
No, we from Orange.
You from
Orange. Okay. You know, like I said, I wanted to get to that. You know, not even pinpointed, but you know, with me being from Newark, it's all the same. We all in the same area, but I wanted to highlight that. You know, just to put out, you know, that part of y'all background, because it's all the same. You know, from hood to hood, it's just, you know, different, small differences.
What it
Nah,
is,
big facts.
what it is basically, and I don't know if anybody realizes, everybody at the end of the day is from the same hood, and I don't know if that's going over anybody's head, but everybody literally from the same hood. What I mean by that is like you're born into an area. You feel me? Of course you could be from that area. Of course you could have friends from that area, but of course you could know people from the other area. Everybody grew up in the same, you feel me, elementary schools. You grew up in middle schools. You feel me, different, you feel me, friendships happen, different stuff happen. You feel me, but it's like at the end of the day, you feel me, we all still the same people. You feel me, we all still the same community. You feel me, when it comes down to it, you feel me, you can live on one block, another person can live on another block, but everybody in the same community.
Even more so.
We gotta go to ShopRite. We all gotta go to the same spot to get food. And what we go doing there?
This shit about
you
what?
feel me?
Each city is about what? A couple miles long. Them shits lead right next to the other one. Like I literally could be in one city and then I literally take two steps.
We all connected.
Next city, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we all connected.
And that's basically what I'm saying. We are, everybody is connected at the end of the day. So like you feel me? You gotta just realize that at the end of the day. Like,
But
you know how
fellas,
important that is.
remember this. This more so y'all era, and really this ain't even y'all era now. This past y'all ain't even young to with the way things go now, the way things is driven. Let me say this right. Not just the social media area, but the digital era, algorithm, all that type of shit like that.
I don't want you to get
To where our realities that we have to.
wait, hold on. I want you to get it confused. Like the era that you stemming from, you feel me? That junk stopped at like 35. But
No, but I'm about to tell you, y'all might have ushered in this era, but it's fully evolved now.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like what I was telling you earlier is like how we so stemmed into the youth. You feel me? Like they putting us on. You feel me?
Yeah. Oh no. So what you showing is you smart enough to stay connected to the youth. That's what keep
not me.
Yeah, but see, let me tell you,
Our generation as a whole, you feel me? Like we're
extra-
connected with the younger
Let me tell you the
ones.
extra step you do though toward the movement of just life, you know, and positivity, is to empower the youth.
Yeah.
Stay connected to them, so you can stay connected to them to gauge your way and stay, you know, for relevance, to stay in the loop, to stay down. But nah, it's about like helping them along the way too, because you can learn from them, gain from them, and make it vice versa. Now, set up those infrastructures so we learn from them, we keep up with them, we nurture them and shit like that. That's our adjustments to what we're doing while they on the way up. Well, a lot of times we get distorted with like trying to jump into what they doing.
Nah,
Or trying to stay in our loop, and it's like you either got to pick or choose to come into what we doing.
That was the disconnect from
Yeah.
like the generation
Before,
us.
yeah, that was
leading
y'all.
into us.
Let me
like,
hold.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not even gonna say y'all.
Some things that
Yeah, I
never
ain't gonna
change.
say
I ain't gonna say y'all, but
Maybe the scale might have evened out, but that's natural. Where it's always a disconnect in certain ways from the younger to from the generations
but-
like
Yeah, but but this what it was. You feel me? Our generation went through the situation that we got little brothers and stuff. You feel me? So our little brothers, you feel me, are the ones that you feel me be on the same type of timing as the younger ones. You feel me? So it's like we gotta sit there and look from their age. But at that
thing, like a lot of dudes our age didn't have pop.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
So that would be like
That's
the
one
dudes
thing.
not for nothing. That's like your age, a little bit older. You know
Not the differences though.
And then we realized like another thing. You feel me? Like a lot of older cats didn't. You feel me? Listen to us. You feel me? They had to sit there. You feel me? Or they sat there and tried to. You feel me? Look over us. So we had
always it was more independence for us. Like we was always on to like, all right, fuck it.
And
they ain't trying to give it to us. All right, we gonna go get it. Like,
and the younger bro's always been tapped in.
I was trying to put the point I was trying to make. The only difference is certain things naturally change to where it just evened out different. A little earlier before, probably what I was into, it built the tension. Y'all might have got to the level where y'all were able to stand it and maneuver through it better. Y'all were able to connect better. Eventually, it didn't take y'all longer. That's what y'all saying. You know what I'm saying? So when you say that y'all had the independence to go do your own thing, y'all had that space, that was minus the tension. Because that's what we did, right? So it was like, man, fuck y'all. In spite of y'all, we going to do y'all. That's how we was. We had to prove ourselves.
okay, I understand. Listen.
I feel like...
Go ahead.
My bad, bro.
Go ahead.
What I was about to say is my thing was, it wasn't even that. Like, I think it was, our mission was, we knew that wasn't happening for us. We knew that, you feel me, the old heads wasn't there for us. So our mission that from the get, before that situation even happened, that we knew that they wasn't going to listen to us, that we had a mission that we was about to get our younger brothers out the situation anyway. So our younger brothers seen that, you feel me, it was like, you know what, you feel me, we see that that's going on, you feel me, so now, you feel me, it's like that's the tithing generation now, you feel me? So it's like it's a brand new like understanding now. You feel me?
For a lot of niggas, like you feel me. For a lot of niggas, it be like that. Like you feel me, like
it's a brand new understanding.
They ain't just have no guidance, or they ain't have a nigga there that'd be like, yo, this how you know what I'm saying? Whoop diddy wah wop. This how you get it, or this how you get to it, because of the fact that they was young, like they was the young next up and coming nigga, or a nigga seen them as that. Like you feel me? If I put this nigga on game, it's gonna fuck up what I got going on. You feel me? Or they fucked it up a couple times, and you know what I'm saying? So like for certain niggas, and then for other niggas, it was like they had niggas in their corner. Like you feel me? Yo, this how you do this. This how you could turn this into that. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's a spectrum. You feel me? It's two ends of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? That's
even
all
with that. It's still what perspective you coming from.
Yeah.
Because we on the same lines. Yeah. I was just saying it was basically we received it different, which is natural. Like we talk about example, makes you evolve. And so that with the outcome different, receiving it different, it turned into tension. You was able to receive it different because it was just normally how it was set up. But go ahead.
My bad, I was about to say, because I ain't gonna hold you, I had a chip on my shoulder from a lot of, like, OGs not, you feel me, being there, how the fuck it be there. So it's like I had to be on some, like, independent shit. And I feel like at the end of the day, I had to sit there and let that go in order for me to grow. But when all that was still going on, I seen my little bros, you feel me, coming up doing their thing, you feel me, and they like not no more than 9, 10 years old, you feel me? They young as hell, you feel me? So they not even into anything yet, you feel me? They seeing what we doing. So I had to realize that from a young age, like, you know what, yo, it's like people looking at us, realizing like what we doing, you feel me? So I always try to make sure, you feel me, I always kept my head on a positive swivel, so nobody sit there and have no type of second thoughts when it comes to looking up to a role model, you feel me?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of my people that I hang around on the same type of timing, you feel me? So it's just like everybody, like I said, develop like a community. So now it's like, you feel me, the younger generation just, that's why you see the younger generation tweaking right now, you feel me? Because we sitting there putting them in line, you feel me? We making sure that they know, you feel me, like, yo, don't be fooled by that stuff that, you feel me? Because we know we got to break these curses, you feel me? So we setting each other up. We putting each other on game all day. That's really what it's all about, man.
That's what it's about, man. And, you know, with those things, y'all build from that. So what y'all doing, you know, I applaud y'all. You know, I applaud y'all, and I take y'all serious. That's why I wanted to put my 2 cents, which is, you know, y'all make sure y'all reach back to the youth, because even with that, our generational gap is part of what we're talking about. But it's not a special thing. I'm just one of those people. I connect. I try to stay connected for more than just those popular reasons. So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, bro. Now I miss you. You know, you listen. You know, we up here having a good time, man. So I'm a little slow with it, but I'm definitely on to what I'm saying, which is, I'm one of those people. You know, by my experience, bro. I worked in schools for a long time in the school system, and I've done it. I'm a people person, so, and I got kids, so I'm connected to the youth. Me and Qua, we automatically click. It don't matter what the age gap is, but it is that, and for the purpose of, I see how it helps both of us. It helps both of us because, you know, our main thing, our common thing is just the lack of male guidance. It don't have to detail having a father or not. Fuck that nigga. We found out the nigga could be home. The nigga could be doing his thing, but that don't mean certain things don't get through. So the community, when you talk about that, all of us men, black men especially, we start at home, is we build up that we just fill in all those gaps, man. Everybody do their thing, and like I said, y'all doing y'all music, doing positive things. Y'all still reach out to the dude, to the knuckleheads and everybody else that, you know, you give them what you give them, though, but don't compromise yourself.
Yeah, but I want to also say this right here, and this probably the most important factor this whole segment, any of my conversation. You gotta sit there, like, as being a black man, you gotta sit there and know, number one, bro, you gotta be there for the black woman, bro. If you're not sitting there taking care of the black woman, bro, and you're not sitting there making sure that, you feel me, you standing forth and putting you not putting your life on the line for a black woman, you feel me, you sitting there making sure every aspect of your life, you feel me, is catered. Because, you feel me, you got to think about this life. This is procreation at the end of the day, you feel me? Like, this is making sure that we're here having a good time, you feel me? But this is procreation, you feel me? We got to make sure that, we feel me, we setting our standards, you feel me, for having a generation, you feel me, above us that's going to make sure that, you feel me, our lineage is going to, you feel me, staying strong. So and that also, and that, I'm not saying for I'm not saying for you.
Combat you.
No, I'm not saying for you. I'm just saying for like the audience. I'm just saying, you feel me, like people need to know that, you feel me, like our black woman, you feel me, is like, you feel me, the number one, you feel me, essence in our lives, you feel me. So we gotta make sure that we standing strong for them, you feel me, because there's a lot of things that's happening right now that people ain't standing up for, you feel me, and it's not right. So when it comes to, you feel me, being a black man, you can't call yourself strong if you actually not sitting there standing strong for your black counterpart. And that's the black woman, you feel me? So
you 100% absolutely right. That's definitely the 100% positive message. But by experience, just let me tell y'all both, man, it's more to it than that. So it's like 900 more percent to that 100% that you write about. And seriously, it's about bringing that down to earth. One thing I learned from a book I was referenced to, I'm not going to go deep into it because I don't have the details, but I just came with the outlook that when it comes to things like that you went into family now, being a family man. But that translates outside the house. You learn the structure in the house with your obligated family, and you learn how to be that with your friends and close people. So you was on the right track. But when it comes to the thing, you talk about women, I'm going to just give y'all a little something with that. You always got your expectations, but you know how you get your woman that you're going to build with. It come to a point where all the expectations, you can keep them if you want to, but you got to learn how to work with what you got. Yeah. And not in a settling mind state, but it's like, all right, this is what it is. Everything was good, but this one thing or this one or two things, I couldn't change it after a bunch of years. I'm not going to let that shit make or break me. I'm going to deal with fucking that and build from that with all of the fucking positives, because I got a bunch of positives to go with it and move along, because that goes into all of this stuff that we doing. Now, the women thing is a different thing. If you got some shit for it, you know, we could open that shit up. You know, we getting it in today. You know, we entertainment, but let's go.
What I was saying was, this is bigger than that to me. It's not even about just the woman that you dealing with, bro.
I don't think that. I think that. That's a general consensus.
No. I'm not saying when I say you, I don't mean you. I mean like in general. Like everything I'm saying is in general. But it's not even about the woman that you're dealing with, you feel me, in general, just the person that you feel me, you sitting there taking seriously. It's about the woman that you seen on the street, you feel me? It's about the woman that you feel me, you seen at the gas station. It's about the old lady that you seeing needing help with her clothes, getting into the laundromat, you feel me, because the cart too heavy, you feel me? It's about helping her out. It's bigger, you feel me? It's like us as black men, you feel me? Us as adults, you feel me? We know that already. That's cold already. You feel me? So when you say old lady, that's like, oh, help her across the street.
It's like this. Why you think in the 1960s and like the 70s and shit like that, boycotts and shit like that worked. You know what I'm saying? Women will organize these events and the men would carry it through because the men follow through with what the women say. Like a lot of men nowadays, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily that what the woman is saying, it's how the woman is saying it. You know what I'm saying? If the woman's, maybe if she worded something, you know what I'm saying? Like, not to go too deep into that, but it's like if the man stand behind the woman more, then she would feel like, you know what I'm saying, what she's saying is right, and it would be like more, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta let her get, like, no matter how a woman come across with her message, you feel me? No matter if she yelling or not, you gotta sit there and really listen at the end of the day and really get that in.
Now
And really be,
I'm cool.
and where
Like I'm even chilly. I'm cool. Go ahead.
my bad, but like I was saying, like when a woman talking right, like like women don't be sitting there telling people like stuff for, like people, like women don't waste their time talking to you. You got to realize that, you feel me? So the black woman at the end of the day,
on top, women don't waste their time talking to you.
No, women do not waste it.
Because you know, I'm not even. You know,
I'm gonna lose my train of thought.
Go ahead.
What I was saying was like,
that's some bullshit. Just in case we don't get back to my point, that's some bullshit.
No, this is what I mean by that. When I say women don't waste their time talking to you, bro, if a woman is giving you a certain amount of time to even explain something to you,
that's a great trait.
Listen, over and over and over again. I mean, there must be some type of caring there. Is she not wasting? Like, people don't like wasting their time.
Started the bogey. He done lit the bogey for me. I'm gonna give you a lighter. Go ahead, bro. Kick it, cause I want to come back to that. Go ahead.
All right, go ahead. Like, check this out. Like, people don't waste their time. You feel me? People don't. You feel me? Like. I didn't come here, you feel me, to sit there and talk to you to waste my time.
I apologize to my audience that don't like cigarettes. I try to keep it to one when I need one. And, you know, all the stuff or whatever like that. But, you know, we want to keep it, you know, loose and whatever, be comfortable. We're adults here, but we entertaining. Continue on, man. I just wanted to segue that in because some of my personal viewers, my family members, I'm not going to go no further than that. But real support, I always ask for objective opinion. I self-branded myself as a marijuana advocate. You know, I got my card and shit, so you know, we smoking legal and everything like that. So, you know, just to give some validity to it, it's not about me sitting up here smoking, and I'll have more content that gets into, you know, how as a smoker I'm into just the details of it, and I'm segueing this, you know, because like I said, we're gonna get into it, man. So we even gonna go back there. So hold your point, and everybody know I cut people off, so you know, but look. I wanted to. I don't want to push anybody away with that. It's just a matter of. I try to be in moderation, so we definitely want to keep the interview entertainment. You know, I like to be entertaining. Entertainment is my entity. We got our guests and stuff like that. So please, anybody, especially my personal people, I just wanted to shout them out too. That was my way of shouting y'all out. You know, and everybody. But go ahead, man. You were saying about with the women, bro.
All I was saying was basically like, you gotta make sure that you feel me, like you standing up for like, you not just in one spot trying to stand up just for your black woman. When you see somebody standing up, when you see something that's happening, you feel me, like, and it's wrong, you feel me, you know it's wrong, you feel me, you say something. I don't care how like, you can't be scared, you feel me, you gotta stand on the line for that, you feel me, because it's like situations I had where our women that brought us into this world aren't being protected. You feel me? And it's like, who else is going to protect them? You feel me? Ain't nobody else in this world going to protect them but us. So you feel me? We can't have them feeling unprotected. But you feel me? That's neither here nor there. I was just basically saying, like, you feel me? Like, at the end of the day, when it comes down to community, you feel me? It's just it's like a whole situation. You feel me? There's the kids, it's the women, and you feel me? And it's like certain code of people that, you feel me, you honor and respect in this community, you feel me, that help us get forward towards us, you feel me, progression to that we're looking for, you feel me?
I understand completely. So check this out.
Like this, man.
I'm gonna get to both of y'all. Go ahead, Qua. Both of y'all, and I'm asking y'all this twinfold. You know, y'all fill in. DJ Heat. DJ Djjheat. I'm slow, my nigga. I'm slow right now, my nigga. But I'm good. I'm on point, though. You know I'm on point. Listen, but seriously, DJ Djjheat, because you're a DJ. This is what we're here for, is entertainment. We're here to talk about your music career, and we talk about your impact on that. QuaHoly, a rapper. I wouldn't be doing my job as a podcast if we could do all the entertainment stuff, but for the conversation that we segue into, let's make it fruitful. What are y'all doing in y'all music towards what you're speaking right now? So, before you answer, what are you doing towards impacting the movement generally towards our people in our community? And the youth, I'm big on that. And the same thing to you, Qua. Y'all answer how y'all went to, man. what are you doing actively? That's what the public will want to know. That's me doing my job. I need to know that, like, what you doing right now in your music. Where's that message that you telling me right now that I cut you off for? Where's that in your music? Qua, you next because I cut him off. That's why I cut you off next. Now, go ahead.
All right. Well, basically, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm basically making dance music right now and drill music right now. So my music is probably impacting what I want to listen to. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and cap and make it seem like I'm sitting there on some like, oh, all my music is about, you feel me, like dope, you feel me, like it's not about different situations, you feel me. My music is like a broad spectrum, so it doesn't hold accountability to one situation or one genre or one type of person, you feel me. It could go like so many different ways, you feel me, because I'm a DJ. But when it comes to actually supporting the youth and like actually sitting there being there for women and stuff and like actually making our impact, you feel me, like adjusting myself, you feel me, to making an impact in other people's lives. Anybody that comes to me and anybody that I have a relationship with, you feel me, I'm basically on a daily trying to help them build, you feel me. So it's like, if you tap in with me, you feel me, I'm tapped in with you feel me. Like, it don't matter who you are, you feel me, I'm trying to make sure that we both sitting there trying to further our futures. So anybody that knows me, you feel me, like, I'm trying to help people learn how to produce. I'm trying to help people learn how to, you feel me, get out of situations where they could be messed up, like, you feel me, or about to sign some type of, you feel me, like contract. I probably could try to help them find a lawyer or anything, you feel me. Like, it's so much stuff that, you feel me, I got a lot of resources, and it's like I wouldn't just generalize myself as one type of person, you feel me, that could just help with one type of thing, you feel me. So it's like, it goes into a broad spectrum when it comes to like anybody's help or my help, you feel me.
More proactive with bringing people up and helping bringing people up there.
So
sincerely.
I'm on a one-on-one basis, you feel me, with a lot of people. So it's like, I feel like you can impact people like that, you know, like people try to grab a broad situation and try to grab a bunch of people at once. But I realize, just like I'm coming in here with you today, I can be like we was just in the studio, you feel me. I don't know if you knew, if me and P even knew each other, you feel me. But it's like, you feel me, like you realize, like, you meet people on a one-on-one basis, you feel me, and they learn it, right, and they become supporters.
I got you. But Qua, I'm coming straight at you. You a rapper, bruh. When I tell you music is in my veins, but rap, man, I just don't rap. I'm a realist about it. But I'm coming straight at you. In your raps, you got a hella songs. We could joke about you having an LL swing to, I like that, you know, you got the diversity. But have you ever made a song that was directly towards being positive, being uplifting, an uplifting song? You don't got to make a Brenda's Got a Baby, but in your version, in your terms, what you doing like that?
Yeah, now look, the last single I just dropped, it's called So It Was Written. It was more like along those lines, you feel me? Because it was like more like positive, like more uplifting. It wasn't even like, you know what I'm saying? But it was, I ain't gonna say it wasn't positive. It was more insight to like, yo, like, I know what you're going through, you feel me? Like, I've been through this shit, you feel me? So like, I feel you, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know that, nobody understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't that big, you feel me? Like, although the perception of me might be this, you feel me? I'm still relatable. You know what I'm saying? That's what I try to make my music. I try to make my music as relatable as possible. That's why I get across so well as it does, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all.
Before we move along, I just want to throw out to y'all, like, one thing that's big to me, I think, is legacy. So add that into what y'all doing, because that's something I believe that goes past when you're doing it. Not just past, it's just not waiting for you to die and your stuff goes along. But even when you move along, y'all might, you know, y'all a little to the point where y'all might not be to the point where y'all slowing down things. Once y'all do that, y'all music will live along. Your mixtape. So when I was asking about your impact, like what you doing actively, for my understanding, like you said you into the old club music, so you're a historian, obviously, what you do. Like with your dance music, are you at least making people feel good genuinely with your music, your dance music?
Yeah, a lot of my music is like really positive. Like a lot of, like when I was saying like yo, you can't like really look to my music for one thing. It's like you can't, because my music represent a lot of genres. But my main genre that I really incorporate in my music is probably R&B. So I would definitely say yeah.
We in Jersey, and when you reference like club or house music, it could be many different ways. You got the dance and groovy shit. Then you got the I beat that bitch with a bat. But it's still danceable, but you know, at different levels. So my thing is, those songs back then, even though some of them was a little rowdy and pushed the edge, like I was saying before, generally we played them they was in mixes where it was generally the party, the aura of it was, even when the song, the message got a little edgy, the groove was still about dancing and grooving to it.
I'm gonna say basically like the stuff that I'm making right now is more R&B based. A lot of it is more R&B vibe. You feel me? I don't try to incorporate. Like I know a lot about music. You feel me? So it's like I know a lot about music. So it's like the stuff that I sit there and put towards like my music is like a lot. Like I just know every like a bunch of aspects of it. So I try to incorporate everything I do into one. And I know R&B is probably like the most notable genre that basically could capture a lot of people's, you feel me, emotions and souls. So I try to incorporate my stuff in R&B. But when it comes to actually, you feel me, like getting different people on my stuff, I try to just work with like a lot of women because women are easier to work with. But it's like I got homies, you feel me, that I work with, you feel me, that are men, you feel me. I got homies, you feel me. So it doesn't take away from that. But my main thing right now is really trying to, you feel me, empower women. You feel me. I always want to sit there and like hear what women got to do because like people overlook the talent of women, and I don't know why. Like niggas is crazy. Like the music industry is full of men. You feel me? This shit is stupid. Like, and it don't make no sense because it's like when you think about a lot of songs and when you think about a lot of situations that happened that really made a real big impact, it was a woman behind it. I promise you 100%, my nigga. I promise you 100%. It was a woman behind that situation. 100%, bro.
Big facts.
So get into that. Like I said, we got the information to get into the album, and we had some songs that were detailed, some standouts, but it was an EP, so, it was a nice catalog, a nice compressed catalog. You got a lot of material, like I said, in there, and like you said, you put songs in the stash, but with that EP, that Thankful, you was on your LL shit, but... So what was we at with that? What was the inspiration with that? Was that a collective woman experience, or like I matured? This is what I've been through. I'm gonna put it.
No. But thankful was more just like I'ma just show like what I'm saying. I'ma show that I'm a real artist. When I did my album, like If Tomorrow Never Comes, that was more so like alright, like I'm diverse. You know what I'm saying? That was more like, because I seen from the EP what people related to. Like I seen what sold the most, what sound sold the most sonically. And then with the album, I was like, I'm going to focus on this sound, but I'm going to still incorporate rap. So that's why the album had kind of like the you know what I'm saying, the lovey-dovey kind of groovy vibe, but still had like the gritty stuff too.
So I want to ask, man, since you dealt with podcasts, you've been on other podcasts, and even though you y'all enjoying yourself?
Yeah, of course. Wow, fun. You feel me?
We had a nice long setup, nice little green room. I like to call green room experience, get ready before. But at the end of the day, y'all, I'm glad that y'all came through once again. I'm gonna throw that out again.
Yeah, big
and I wanted to take this moment to let y'all take both of y'all selective moments to this far. Take a moment to uplift some of y'all people that y'all work with that's not here. That hopefully we could bring them here through y'all too. Some of the artists, producers, and stuff that you work with. Same thing with you in music. Just straight out with that for our purpose being here. Shout out some of y'all people that y'all want to give some love to.
I got to shout out my boy, it's your boy IQ, you know what I'm saying? Because like the new project I'm working on, he pretty much exactly produced that shit. Like everything crazy. Like I got mad. One more time. Shout out my boy, it's your boy IQ, you know what I'm saying? Like, he going crazy, you know what I'm saying? He's sending me hella beats, like, everything original. So, like, that's another reason why my sound's so, like, unique. Because it's like I don't really do too much of the YouTube no more, you know what I'm saying? Like, and shout out Heat too, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because Heat Heat, like, you know what I'm saying? Heat not only my DJ, like, you feel me? He definitely, like, produced bangers. Like, if you listen to his album, then you will see, like, what's going on out here in Jersey. Like, you know, like, a lot of the sounds, you know what I'm saying? A lot of shit, even mainstream, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get too much into that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas know the vibes, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like... You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, shout out everybody.
So you seasoned enough, Quad. I want to ask you a question like this. You've had a lot of sessions by now in different precincts of it. Have you ever had one of them sessions where, like, from beginning going into on your ride there, smoking and stuff like that, and just, you got your song and shit, you ready to go lay your shit, you know what I'm saying? Regular shit, but you just had that feeling the whole time through from the ride there, just felt like a little extra good till we getting in there, you know what I'm saying? Till you getting with the engineer. Have you,
Definitely, like, shout out to Purple Penthouse, you feel me? Because, like, my engineer, P. Dot, you feel me? Like, anytime I go there, it's just always good vibes. Like, so, like, when I was making when I was making my album, like, it was like every session just felt like a good session. Like, you feel me? That's why I was so confident in the music. Like, I probably, I spent like, I don't even know how many hours I spent there. Like, you feel me? I was booking like 6-hour blocks. Like, you feel me? Every 2 days. Like, you feel me? Going there, just laying down like 4 songs a day. We probably made like 60 songs, and we only picked like 12, 14 of them. Yeah, I did. You feel me?
I want to talk about that. Like Qua right now, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, a lot of people work. You feel me? But you feel me? This boy work hard. You feel me? And it's like, I don't want people to think that, you feel me, like he just up here just talking for the fun of it. You feel me? The music that he's gonna be releasing soon. You feel me? Him is a squad of us. You feel me? It's a bunch of us. You feel me? Him, Splash, Jesus. You feel me? He down there. You feel me? Like it's a bunch of us. You feel me? It's so many like IQ. You feel me? It's a bunch of people that we could like shout out right now. I got some.
run it, man. Run it.
Oh
Guess
my
what?
God! Shout out.
This is one place I want them names to be heard on this platform, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Swagger dope, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my
Shout
boy
out
600.
Swag.
Shout out my boy So Billy, you feel me?
Shout
like,
out
he
So
going
Billy.
crazy right now. Shout out my boy Dottie. Like, it's a whole gang of us, man. Like, you know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out
Everybody
Unique.
just
Shout
going
out.
crazy. Unique.
Shout out Rel. Shout out Urban. Shout out Drew.
Y'all rocking with people all over New Jersey.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like, shout out my
shout-
homegirl
shout-
Quilla,
shout out
you feel
Bob.
me? Shout out Henny
shout out
Sundays, you
Bob
feel me?
Bob.
That's a big platform for me, too. Like, you feel me?
It's too many people. It's like
Yeah.
shout out Matt. Shout out Matt Dell. Shout out both Matts. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
big facts.
It's so many people. It's too many people, bro. It's like it's a network. You feel me? Like, shit too big.
Who's the DJ chick? Right, I'm sorry. But who's the DJ chick that, that time you had me tap in on IG, and she was doing basically like she was playing people's songs and, getting the response, on the live. Who is that? Shout her out definitely, because I tapped in. She showed love, shit, and I guess I like how she did her platform.
Shout out Quilla. Like, that's one of the biggest, like, platforms in Jersey, especially for undersigned artists. Like, shout out Henny Sundays, you feel me? Like, definitely, in my start, like, it was definitely, like, Henny Sundays definitely aided me, and she still support me to this day. Like, she put me on a lot of different major opportunities, get my music heard, like, in so many different states, so many different places. Like, I can't thank her enough. On the set, she told me how to do, like, business, you know what I'm saying? Like, so definitely shout out to Quilla, shout out to GHE, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Henny Sundays, like, shout out to the whole Jersey City. Like, I appreciate that shit.
Everybody was corona tested too, just for the,
Oh yeah,
everybody.
definitely. We all did the temperature checks. You feel me? We all did our corona. You feel me? Test. We all brought them here. All that papers. all that.
I be mindful of shit like that.
Yeah, big
yeah.
fact.
Let me tell you, on my level in podcasting, I read all my comments, even though I only get maybe 3 at the most.
Hey, now, what I was about to say, like, GH is Grindhouse, right?
Nah, that's Grind Hard Entertainment.
Grind
you
Hard
feel me?
Entertainment,
Grind
yeah,
Hard
that's like
Entertainment.
Okay.
GHE. Free Lil Neef, you feel me? That's my guy. Shout out Busy Bass, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Shout out Lil Bit, shout out OG Yapo, shout out the whole GHE. You know what I'm saying? You already know.
Yeah, and that's why another thing I respect about y'all, and I appreciate once again, because y'all been on other platforms, and I've seen Qua, and I know dealing with him probably more so with the level of things that you did. Y'all been on bigger platforms where I'm building mine, so I appreciate that. We talked about that's how things,
Oh no, I don't got no.
matriculate and
That's my
snowball.
thing. Like, I don't got no problem showing love. Like, I've been probably
big facts.
I've been on all major platforms, bro. Like any, like.
Speak to something. Let them know. Let them know. Let's do this. Let's open Jay up. Let them know who you are, Jay.
Yeah.
It don't matter when you do it in the beginning. We're gonna open this moment up because it ain't no cap on this episode.
I'm that nigga. You feel me? When it coming down to it, you feel me? Like, no matter where I'm at, you feel me? I'm that nigga. You feel me? I know what's going on. I'm tapped in. You feel me? Like, I know who I know what's what. You feel me? Like
But name me some of them platforms. I want that. You know, that's my journalism question. I gotta push you on that. Name me some of them platforms. I'm not calling you on it, but
you want to know a platform I've been on?
yeah,
You ever heard of Vice?
yeah, Vice TV
Yeah, I've been on Vice before.
for sure.
Not a show. You feel me? I do music. You feel me? So I get publications on it. Yeah,
Man,
you ever heard
so
of?
you learn something new every day. Like nobody ever think to think just for a TV show because you see how automatically ask you what show you was on, but nigga do TV thing. And see that's the little small thing that you teach a guy that's trying to find his way. He might be good at making music. You know, he's still trying to find his way. Yo, bro, you can do this. I learned that acting. Quad. Remember we talked about that, which is being on the set, doing extra work, you can make money there. But while you're trying to become an actor, being around the set, it's production jobs that could float you and you could support your dream. Now, only thing was, in my experience and at my point in time, I had too much of a personal life that couldn't depend on chipping it away like that. It leads me to this point though, because I still experienced it on a level enough that when I built my own, you know what I'm saying? I took the longer road. So I'll get there that way. So that's the important thing about that, you know, when we talk about the experiences.
Like, I've been everywhere, bro. Like,
I mean, DJ Wide, because we highlight your music, and I want to know everything based around it. So,
like, I've been.
You pulled me up, and I got you. So I got to look through there, right? But
Like I've been on matter of fact,
I got you.
Skim through the down.
Let's go down.
Yeah, matter of fact, go
SoundCloud. So let's let that be known.
Yeah.
He's on SoundCloud. DJ Djjheat. Check him out on SoundCloud. Is it at DJ Djjheat?
Yeah, but you feel me? Like read, like you feel me? It's like go in order. You feel me? Like just read everything.
Oh, okay, right there. All right. Now listen. You remember I was supposed to read it ahead of time.
Yeah.
You know, because we did.
Oh no.
But I'm gonna go through it. We skim through it, but in any event, let me ask you too. Have you done anything artist-wise, like as far as performing, besides being a DJ? A lot of DJs.
Yeah.
You go back to like. There's some DJs back there that started off. Most rappers started off DJing.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, like in the 70s and 80s. Them niggas was Swiss Army knife. They knew how to make beats. A lot of them produce, even if it was produced like sampling. They knew how to rap, put together songs when they got to a certain level, and they knew how to, you know, because DJing was more than just spinning records when you was with a crew. Back then, it was the full format where you had the rappers and the DJ. Yeah. So you know, and like you a historian, right? So you studied that part, even if it's not like that no more. But you know, do you try to implement that wherever you can, naturally?
Yeah, that's how I basically came up. Like I was, like I rap down. Like you feel me? Like I don't just, like I know how to rap. You feel me? And it's like that's the wild part, cause it's like I started off DJing, then I started producing, then I learned how to engineer. Yeah. And mix and master, and then I learned how to, you feel me, like, just, like, I learned so much. Then I just started, like, rapping on top of, like, some stuff, and it was, like, I got fucking bars, but I believe if you, I don't know, I just think all black people can rap, bro. That's just some funny shit. I just think all black people can rap. So it's like,
yeah. Quad. In all totality, how many mixtapes, EPs, and everything like that? Just give me a raw... Give me a catalog real quick. What it consist of?
I dropped a single. I dropped a couple singles before I dropped my first EP. So I dropped 2 singles before I dropped my first EP. My first EP was about, 7 songs, 8 songs maybe. So that's 10. Then I dropped another 2 songs before I dropped my album. So that's 12. And then my album was like 13, 14 songs long. So that's 12. Plus we're going to say 13. That's 25. And I dropped a couple. Nah. My mixtape or EP, that's Thankful. My album is If Tomorrow Never Comes. That's why it was like more songs. Because you know you need at least 13 songs for it to be considered an album. Or you need a certain amount of time. You know what I'm saying? At least to get like a RCIA award. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it was like, I knew that, like, I needed at least 13 songs, because I'm like, yo, if I sell like at least 500,000 copies, I'm gonna get a gold plaque. You know what I'm saying? Because my shit like registered, is ASCAP and all that. So I'm like, all right, cool. So like in the process, we start like creating songs. In the beginning, I was gonna make 2 more EPs. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna have like a 7-song EP and another 7-song EP. And then like one day, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just make an album. And my engineer was like, cool. And he was like, we got enough songs. And I was cooking. I was just going through the motions. And then like we start putting everything together. Like I said, I wanted a solid beginning. I wanted like a strong middle and like a strong ending. And like I came up with it. And like, you know what I'm saying? I dropped it and the people was fucking with it.
Turn goals on some things. He got some big things in medium. But I don't know, man. Like, and I like everything you doing. It's respectable, and I see where you going with it. You know, like I said, it's always differences with y'all. So I'm sure that you know, DJ J. I know that yours probably is a little different. But what is yours right now? What is your formula?
My formula for
Like what I was saying with him, he was saying he got the catalog, so we know you got the 2 albums, and even with, you know, I'm sure you have things that you worked on other than that collectively that you can put your catalog together. But where's it going with that? Like, is you looking to have more albums, or is you looking to more do the other part of DJing, which is do events and put stuff together? Is it albums your thing?
what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to build an album. I'm trying to like basically start off like this. I got songs with people and I want to release them, but I'm not because it's like it sounds better as a body of work. So I got a bunch of different songs with a bunch of different artists, and I'm just like I got I'm trying to make sure that you feel me like I'm taking the proper steps with making sure everybody is taken care of, like I was telling you about earlier.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure all my ducks are in a row before anything is released. But the albums that I'm working with right now and the people that I'm working with, you see, like how I'm here with Qua right now, you feel me? Like I'm tapped into a bunch of different artists around Jersey. I'm tapped into a bunch of different artists around the world. So I want to make it all make sense at the end of the day for everybody. I don't want it to just sit there and be a situation. I don't want it to be a situation where it's like, yo, you just got hot music, yo, just drop it. And it's like, I'm just dropping the shit. I want that shit to be on some shit like, all right.
Yeah.
The project that, you feel me, I put out, I wanted to make it. I want people like from all different like types of like, you feel me, areas like around like the world. Like I wanted them to be able to tap in with it. You feel me? I don't want it to be like some, it's just like, it's just drill on this, or it's just like hip hop, or it's just like fucking house, or it's just club. Like I'm trying to make it make sense, and it's like I'm a DJ, so it's like I know how to make that make sense. If you get what I'm saying, it's like I do parties, so it's like I'm trying to basically throw a party on a CD and give it to people. You get what I'm saying?
You in your creative space and like you working. That's the reason I had Qua here. That's the reason he called you here. This the Back of the Class podcast. I enjoyed y'all being up here. I want y'all to, invite me to y'all things. I want to be the guest. I want to fit in wherever I could be naturally at what y'all do. So, you DJing if it's a party, even if it's me being in attendance, or if you having people that they're doing events and stuff like that. Like I said, work for Every Penny Entertainment. Just like y'all, I'm self-made. So y'all got to see the process. I ain't got to go through it for the people. I just want them to see this podcast. But, I think game respect game. So let's work more past this podcast. All of my guests, and, even with Qua, I want our things to go past y'all coming on this podcast and us trying to, work on building this platform to get y'all out there and what y'all do. Y'all have your own platforms, which is respectable. Y'all sharing them with me. And y'all came to this podcast. Y'all respected it enough to come through, man. You came through at the last minute. Quad, me and you put this together at the last minute, even though, like I told you, like yours, when I hit you, I'm like, yo, you ready? But at the end of the day, my thing was just scheduling-wise, I was basically letting you know I was ready. I knew for us, that's why I got you in on one of my first ones. It was good that I get you in, that me and you get back in tune, but it was important that me and you get this episode within definitely my first 10. But in the beginning, and once I was able to get a comfortable episode, we was able to get this done. And I shoot to entertain. You know, I like comedy and stuff, and I'm venturing back into those things. But I like the fact that we got information out here. People got to know y'all. You know, I definitely want to, before we, you know, close it up, y'all give y'all official information and things to the pertinent information for us, for who y'all are and why we had y'all up here. And I want to make sure I cover all my bases. I feel real comfortable doing this. I feel good about, you know, what we covered. I like doing it. This is my first interview. Like I said, you the first DJ, real DJ, respectable DJ that I've met in person. And then I got to do it here on my podcast. So, you know, when we look back at this, it doesn't matter who else. But when I look back at this, it's like, damn, I got to do that. I got to meet this guy. I take it like that. And I hope we give each other that energy. Me and Qua, we passed that. But just to end it off, let's stay doing this. You know, we don't have to go out our way and strain ourselves, but I think if we stay working, these things happen naturally. So that's all I want to give. I want y'all to give, you know, I've been working with Tip. Y'all got to meet him. We're going to do a little extra session afterwards after we loosen up and unwind for a little bit. But, you know, Tip, well, right now what we do is, we give an Instagram app. So, you know, under us will be popping out Instagram apps. So y'all can give that out. Plus, your other social media handles and how to find y'all and what y'all do.
Hey, yo, you can follow me on everything at DJ Djjheat 973. All my stuff, you feel me? Probably on SoundCloud, probably is a little different, but just search DJ Djjheat or like Google me, you know. Stuff will pop up, you feel me? You can check out all my stuff. I make like a lot of different genres, so I try to make sure everybody's like included in what I do, you feel me? So definitely tap in with me, you feel me?
Yeah, man, you can follow me on Instagram at QuaHoly93, you feel me? Anywhere you stream your music, you can find me there at Quaholy, you know what I'm saying? I got a new single out called So It Was Written, featuring my boy at Dav600, you know what I'm saying? You can get in tune with me at the Jersey Versus Live, you know what I'm saying? March 4th, live on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? You could come see me live at the Concert Crave in Elizabeth, you know what I'm saying? That's March 14th. You know what I'm saying? I still got tickets available. You can hit me up in a DM. It's a link in my bio to let you get all this information. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. We doing it big.
That's what's up, man. And Qua, guess what, man? You always come with that extra, like I told you how you. So you got a lot of stuff going on, and that was one thing I forgot. You just did drop a single, and you dropped something at the end of last year, something in the last quarter.
Yeah.
A single, right?
Yeah,
Or was that part of the EP?
Nah, look, no, that was just a single. After I dropped my EP, I dropped 2 singles. Like I said, I got my label. You know what I'm saying? I got my LLC. You know what I'm saying? I definitely live off for Asylum Records. You know what I'm saying? So I got some artists. You know what I'm saying? That we just definitely trying to build and we trying to brand. You know what I'm saying? Swagger Dough, my boy 600. You know what I'm saying? All just straight Killer Hill guys. You know what I'm saying? Straight from the neighborhood. We trying to bring it back. We gonna rejuvenate it. We gonna bring it back. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, we got a lot of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 Minute Warning out right now featuring both of those guys, Swagger Dough, Dav600. That's streaming everywhere. Then I got So It Was Written. You know what I'm saying? I dropped that one in February for, like, Black History Month. I got that featuring Dav600, too. So, you know what I'm saying? Get in tune with me.
Hey, you gotta bring it back, bro. You know the new EP you gotta drop, bro. I said we gotta bring it back. You know the new EP you gotta drop.
Which one?
You gotta drop the Hill Your Hard Hitter.
Yeah, man. I got like we got a gang EP coming out.
Heal your heart.
Yeah, the Hill Your Hard Hitter, man. Hill Your Hard Hitter. The Hill Your Hard Hitters. You know what I'm saying?
So what's up with that? Is that a song or a project?
I'm saying now that's my block, like where I'm from in Orange, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Hilliard. So that's like they known as Killer Hill, you know what I'm saying? That's the hill. So that's Killer Hill. So in Orange, everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's the hill. So Hill Your Hard Hitter, that's what we is, you know what I'm saying? AJ's Hill Your Hard Hitters. Like,
So
that's what they know us as.
you gotta make an EP, you feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, big
get that
facts,
shit
big
going, you
facts.
feel
We
me?
definitely got, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Blinking like.
So you hands on with that?
I'm about to be. You feel me? We working on it. You feel me? He got a few tracks in the cut.
Yeah, we definitely got a few tracks in the cut.
Y'all need to go ahead and just do something just because it don't take y'all out y'all way.
Nah, it don't. Like we literally,
Nah, that's
we
what-
literally like, yeah, nah.
Who we at today, and
Yeah.
hopefully that we build more
that
to
shit
what
is
y'all got
over.
going on today.
This year, it's already been like, it's already been in
it's
the
over,
work.
bro.
It's
It's
over.
over.
Like,
That's what's up.
it's over.
That's what's up. But yeah, man. Besides anything else y'all want to get out, you know, any more extra appreciations and any more rambling on, man.
Appreciate everybody.
Yeah. We
Big shout out to everybody that's gonna view this, man.
we did what I intended to do. Like we came here as men, we got nice, but we kept it grown. If anything, if you recognize other things, recognize that about it, and we and we got to the point, and we had fun. Like I said, entertainment.
Yo, shout out
sometimes we educate in that.
Yeah, shout out everybody, you feel me, that been supporting me, you feel me, since my number one, you feel me, days, you feel me, since the
Orange 07050, you know what I'm saying?
shout out everybody since the first person that ever started listening to my music to now, you feel me, like shout out my mother, shout out my grandmother, you feel me, love y'all, RIP, you feel me, shout out my family, shout out you feel me, just everybody that appreciate me in their life, you feel me, that I help, you feel me, get over something, or I help put a smile on their face, you feel me, shout out to you feel me, like, this one for y'all, you feel me, I'm gonna keep on putting out music, you feel me, and me and my boys, you feel me, we just gonna keep on killing them, Quad gonna keep on hitting y'all with them numbers, you feel me, knocking them upside y'all head, you feel me.
That's what's up. That's another step up. Hey, listen, I'm gonna give a shout out to hopefully a permanent new addition in my own personal, incredible, selfish world. My engineer Tip, man. So even though he's not on camera, I want to, shout out to Tip. You work with him musically. We're about to go through the extra session.
I don't know if people was I don't know if people even notice, but behind all this stuff, you feel me, it's people behind the scenes, you feel me, it's a dude working hard, you feel me, working the camera, you making sure the vocals right, all that, you feel me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man.
You definitely got, you feel me, give the people their flowers.
Tip
you feel
got
me,
me, man.
You gotta give your people their flowers, you feel me. Shout out bro in the corner, you feel me, Tip, you feel me.
That's all good.
He making the production look a little easy, you know.
And like I said, grown man Tip got nice too. Tip got nice too. He did his in moderation. He got to sit down the whole time. But we did it.
Before we get up out of here,
man, my other guy.
Big shout out one more time to the home team. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out, Big Italy Productions. You know what I'm saying, on the management. Shout out my guy Swagger though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my guy Dev 600. You know what I'm saying? Immunity Records. Shout out my boy So Billy. Shout out Don Dottie. Gotta Be Gang. You know what I'm saying? Shout out the whole squad. You already know. IBG the gang.
Wrap it up now, but I'm having a good time. But we got extra session, so after this, so I want to get to it. So I'm gonna wrap it up, man. But come back anytime. The artists that you work with, feel free to bring them through here. Especially people want to come up. That if it's zero platform, this is step one. Same thing to you. Send them through.
Well, no, this is the thing about anybody I work with. There's never zero platform because I got the depth. You feel me? So it's.
No, I'm just saying, like, I definitely, I'm open to, people that just.
No. I'm just talking.
Integrity, I definitely demand.
Hey, bro, you gotta notice about me. I just be talking shit. I'm being real. I'm talking 100%. I'm talking.
We got to have our little break.
I'm being 100%, but I just be talking shit. I just be trying
to catch you up with me.
I'm just trying to sound good on the mic. You feel me?
Listen, I'm gonna catch you up with me.
We gonna make it happen. You feel me?
In between the session, we about to go to the studio. So we're gonna wrap this, man. This is the Back of the Class podcast. Worth Every Penny Entertainment is the company that we under, I'm Penny, your host. Thank you for tuning in. And I want to thank these two guys. And see you on my next episode. What's up, man?
Hey, yo, check this out. This is DJ Djjheat, and shout out to Back of the Class podcast.